Hello, everyone. Welcome to Protecting Your Accounts and Multi-Factor Authentication, brought to you by Three Cities Public Library. My name is Matt.
And I am Mike, and combined we have over 40 years of computers and internet experience, 20 apiece. I just added them together.
We should just keep saying for every time we record one of these videos, 60 years or
yeah, just
80
kind of add
years.
them up. We'll keep multiplying them, but
we just keep getting more and more experience.
We've been involved with computers since the mid-90s, honestly, at this point. And as we go forward, we're looking forward to chatting with you about ways that you can protect yourself online and different things you do with the computers. And today we're talking about your accounts and ways that you can protect those accounts.
That's right. We know that you, against all of our wishes, are still using social media
and using the same password for all these accounts. Anybody that is listening to this video, if your password is password1 or password1 with an exclamation point, this is directed at you.
Specifically. Or if you use the same password for every single thing you log into.
Your first name with a number at the end, perhaps.
That's right. Make sure you
turn the volume up.
Secure.
Turn the volume up and listen in.
That's right. Okay, so starting off, basically, if you want to limit your vulnerability out there, make sure that your social media settings have very little information about you, so that they don't have your auntie's name, your high school, any of that information can be used to steal your identity, or basically just spoof your identity and basically do whatever they want to do on the internet, pretending to be you.
Yeah. Digital identity theft is a real thing. It's a scary thing, especially on websites like Facebook. You'll see full profiles being copied. And what will end up happening is your grandma will add you as a new friend on Facebook. You'll think, oh, that's weird. I already had them as a friend on my Facebook. You click approve, and the next thing you know, they're saying, hey, I'm trapped at an airport. I need you to send me some money. This is an emergency. And in reality, you're actually not talking to anybody you know at all. It's just someone who found some information online, copied it, and is attempting to trick you in a way of giving up your money or information or other things.
That's right. Speaking of money, make sure you regularly monitor your bank accounts, statements, credit reports, all of that stuff. Make sure there's no suspicious activity on those. You can also use a virtual private network to connect with, and so we've talked about that in a previous video. But this will essentially secure your online activities so that it can't be decrypted and your identity stolen that way.
Yeah. Keep yourself safe online. That's what it boils down to.
Essentially. That's right. Protect yourself. So multi-factor authentication. So we talked a little tiny bit about this previously, but what multi-factor authentication is you're setting up a step between you logging in and you getting approved for your login. Mm-hmm. So even if somebody has your username and password, they still couldn't get into your accounts because they don't have that middle step. And so there's basically three really popular ways to set that up. And then one is using an SMS code.
Your cell phone.
Which is probably the most common. A lot of us have gotten a 6-digit code to our cell phones via text message. And then there's another one that uses an app on your phone. And for the ease of use, this one is the most secure. You'll get an app you installed on your phone, and then you'll get a push notification. You say, yes, this is me, or no, this isn't me. Very easy to use. And then there's another one, which is a hardware token, which is essentially a little actual device that you carry around with you that will give you a number, and it changes every 60 seconds, and then you have to have that number to allow you to log in.
You can get them and use them. Anybody can utilize those, but you're most likely going to see an SMS or an authenticator.
Yeah, the Authenticator app is the easiest one to use for how secure it is. SMS is a little less secure, but a little easier to use. Mm-hmm. So there's some trade-offs there. But basically it adds that extra layer of protection to your accounts. And essentially they're all free to use. And a lot of them are built in already. Yeah. So first we're going to talk about the Microsoft Authenticator. So this is one that is super popular.
It's free.
And it's free. Actually, I think all three of the ones that we're going to talk about today are free. But this one is what you'll use if you've got a Microsoft account. And it can either use it'll like pop up with a code, a little like 2-digit number that you have to go in and put in to prove that you are, or it'll use a face recognition or a fingerprint or a PIN for security. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the bonus with a lot of these too is even though it's Microsoft Authenticator, so obviously it handles Microsoft products, you can also add other apps, and these apps as we go forward, more and more are becoming more universal when it comes to this kind of thing. In which case, it'll pop up a little QR code. You'll open up your Authenticator. You'll add a new device, scan the code, and you're connected just like that.
Like, they're trying to make it as easy as possible
Because it's so powerful.
Because it is a pain to use, but it's by design, because you're supposed to be able to protect yourself using it.
That's right.
And so you can add your Facebook and Amazon account to the Microsoft Authenticator without any issues, and I'm pretty sure you can do Snapchat, Instagram as well.
Yeah, I've specifically added Amazon type accounts to mine in addition to something that's not even related to it at all, and it was completely painless. It was literally as easy as choosing another account, clicking the plus button, up came the camera, I scanned the QR code, and it was done. That was it. There's nothing else to it.
Boom. You can also use the Google Authenticator, which essentially is the same
thing, just the other side.
And so a lot of times people will be more familiar with the Google one because most of our schools use Gmail as their email provider. Yeah. So students are used to using this right out of elementary school.
And Android users, you would be recommended to this first before the Microsoft one. It would likely be the first on your list of downloading apps as well, just because it is a Google product.
And I think actually the Authenticator software is installed on phones now.
By default? That's a good thing.
Yeah, and so it's super easy to set up, just like Mike had mentioned. You just scan a QR code and you're good to go. Apple has built-in Authenticator, actually, and this is brand new for iOS 15. If you have an older device, you'll have to download it from the Apple Store, but it still works basically the same exact way. You get a QR code, you scan it, you add your accounts to it. And so some things to consider when you're using MFA devices: make sure you save your recovery codes. So it'll give you recovery codes that will allow you to log in from another device if you need to. So you drop your phone in the toilet or it gets smashed or whatever, and you don't have access to your MFA app anymore. If you have these recovery codes, you can reinstall it on a new device without any hiccups.
The master password.
The master password, essentially. So make sure that you can screenshot it and then save it to a cloud device somewhere so you've got a backup of it just in case. That being said, the ideal way to switch to a new phone when using MFA is make sure you migrate your MFA app before you switch phones. So if you're aware you're moving, essentially it's just like adding another account. You just scan a code and then it's approved on your new phone, and then you stop using the old one. Correct. It's super easy.
In some of those cases, you're not able to do so, and that's what that recovery code exists for.
Yeah, for last case option. So in conclusion, MFA will stop 90% of attacks, like we'd mentioned. If you have, so if someone has your username and your password, they still can't get into your account. It's very, very tricky for them to get in. So that way you can lower your risk of identity theft.
Yeah. If somebody's attempting to get into your account, you'll be alerted in that moment, right? It gives you an opportunity to act. Even if for whatever reason they somehow manage to get through, you would have alerts firing off saying, hey, someone's trying to access your account. Hey, your password's just been changed. And it gives you that opportunity to jump in and contact a company or do what you need to do in order to regain access to your account.
That's right. So again, thanks for listening. There's more resources to be found at this link, or scan this QR code with your phone. Thanks a lot.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.